Welcome to Let's Play Cupid on Nigeria TV. Thank you so much for making a date with me. And thank you also for subscribing to Nigeria TV. If you have not done so, please take a moment and do so right now or after the video. And remember that on Let's Play Cupid, we say it hard and raw, just as it is. And so, dear bro and sis, get closer and let's talk. So we are talking about policing your partner. Not pleasing, which is a good thing, but policing your partner. Now, you and I know what the police do. They help to enforce the law. They make sure that you adhere to the rules. How does that reflect in our relationship? So in relationships, you realize that sometimes the partners also want to monitor their partners stringently to make sure that they are not going contrary to A, B, or C. And most times it's about who are they talking to, who are they being with, who calls them, who's texting them, and all of that. Okay, we do that sometimes. But some of these things are breaking our relationships. This differs from a genuine concern about where your spouse is, where they've been, because it's late and you are worried that their lives could be in danger. Or you've realized that they are hanging out with some questionable human beings and you are worried about it. This differs from that. We are talking about policing your partner. Now listen, the fact that you're married to me or we're in a relationship does not mean you should stop doing the things that make you happy. Most times, the real reason I would not want you to continue in that job that makes you happy is because you're a photographer. You'll be touching ladies and turning them and telling them to sit like this and all of that. You are an actor. You're likely to be kissing men and women in movies and so on and so forth. We are looking at the effect of policing your partner. It is breaking a lot of relationships, okay? And so, let your spouse do what they want to do or what they were doing that made them happy before they met you. The only time that could become a concern is when what they are doing is quite detrimental to the safety, to their safety, to your safety or the safety of the family. So, for instance, what they enjoy doing is maybe sleeping around here and there. You know how dangerous that can be. Maybe hanging out with people, doing drugs. That is quite different. They enjoy doing it, but it's quite detrimental to their well-being and to the well-being of the family. You could find a lovely way to sit down and talk about it, and we're talking about that. Secondly, the fact that you married me or we're in a relationship does not mean you should stop hanging out with your friends, or does not mean I should stop you from seeing your friends or maintaining your friends. The friends you had before you met me, or even the ones you made when you met me. Trust me, your spouse's connections with other people help to bring a healthy balance in your relationship. Trust me in that. The only time you'll be quite concerned is if, once again, if he or she is hanging out with people who you deem quite questionable, okay? Or that friendship out there is depriving you of intimacy with him or her or attention to the extent they don't even have time for you at all. There is always a lovely way you talk about it, and we'll be talking about that in subsequent episodes. Okay? The third point, the fact that I'm married to you or we are in a relationship does not mean I should not allow you to have your you time. There are times when your partner feels like being alone. They want to go to the back of the house and sit down and gaze at the stars. They want to sit down and watch some TV alone. They want to be on their phone alone. When you sense that, allow them to have their space. This is not the time to tiptoe after them to see whether maybe they want to have a quick call here and there with somebody and they don't want to do it in the house. This is not really the time for that. This is not the time to tell them, why don't you want to sit with me and watch it? No, sometimes, unless it has become a habit and you are losing them, sometimes you need to allow that space. It could be that they need to just sit and think. And so the fact that we're married or we are in a relationship does not necessarily mean that you cannot be having your me time or your me time. Number 4, the fact that you married me or we are in a relationship does not mean I shouldn't allow you to have calls or to make calls or receive calls in your home while I'm around, okay? That is also causing a lot of problems at home because you are watching your man carefully or your woman carefully. Who is she talking to when she's smiling like that? Who is he chatting with and he's smiling? Why was he laughing out loud? When was the last time he even laughed in this house? Who is he talking to? Who is it? You don't need all of that. It is actually breaking your relationship. I don't need to know who my spouse is speaking to. He or she doesn't have to explain to me then they have to speak to this person or that because of that and that and that is not nothing, there's nothing. No, not really. Okay. Let's let some of these things slide and trust me, you will have the happiest relationship. Somebody might argue that, well, my spouse has not been trustworthy enough, and that is why I'm policing him or her. I'll tell you the truth right now. No amount of trustworthiness from your partner will let you stop policing him or her if you don't have a mindset change. It starts from the moment, okay? That notwithstanding, if you find a few things you might be uncomfortable with, okay, so for instance, your spouse has friends of the opposite sex and they don't have any boundaries. They kiss, they do all manner of things, and you find that uncomfortable. Now, let's talk. But the question is, did you see that before you entered the relationship? What did you do about it? But let's put that aside. Let's put that aside. You've realized that you are uncomfortable with it. What do? You need to find the best environment. You make sure you're not angry. You make sure you don't attach emotions to it. And then you find the right mood. And then you sit down and talk. Now, after talking, please don't expect that there's going to be a drastic change immediately because they love you. They probably have done these things most of their lives. And so what we need to do is to acknowledge the little changes and appreciate them and tell them that, we have noticed that there's a bit of change here and we are so grateful. And so this has been Let's Play Cupid. If this video has blessed you, kindly make sure you share with another person to say one relationship or the other. Don't forget to like the video, comment under the comment section. I want to know what you think about this conversation, as well as subscribe to Najari TV if you haven't yet. I am Nanaya Ejari. You can call me NYA, and I am the brand. Catch up next time.